Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today is Saturday and we are going to do a market recap. Everything that happened on my trading journey this week. But I'll preface this video by saying that I had an amazing trading week. I did so good this week. I traded so well. And let's talk about that. But before we go to the charts, before we go about every trade that I took, let's talk about something that I've learned in the past couple of weeks. Now, one thing that I've done for myself recently is that I am not on any social media platform. WhatsApp as well, I don't check WhatsApp like that. I just check WhatsApp once in a while to see if somebody has sent me a message, reply to the person message that I'm over, I'm done, I'm out of there. I took out my read receipts and yeah, basically. But on every other social media platform, I am not there. This has helped me to look within myself. And the thing here is that I came to the realization that I have been doing an amazing job. Like, I have been doing so well in my trading, but I fail to see it because I am so fixated on the bigger picture, on the big image, that I don't see the little progress that I've been making. I've made a lot of progress. I fell back within myself. I tried to analyze myself. I went on a walk. That was the day before yesterday. And during this walk, I talked to myself a lot. If there is something I do a lot, is that I'll talk to myself. When I walk on the road, I have a headset or I have earpiece, and I'm talking. 9 out of 10, I'm not talking to anybody. But just because I don't want to walk on the road and appear like I'm a mad person, I will just put my headset or my earpiece and I'll start talking. I'm talking to myself. And when I was talking to myself, I got to some point. I was like, "Hey, wait a minute." There was a period in my trading journey where I was hoping that I was going to make my first $100, withdraw it, and see what it's going to feel like. And I have been doing that a lot when it comes to my personal account. For profit firm account, I have not, but for personal account, I have been doing that a lot back to back. I remember when I started trading, because I'm trading a CFA account. I'm a Cameroonian, if you don't know. I'm a Cameroonian. So I've been trading the CFA account. And from that CFA account, I've been making ah I've been having withdrawals. I've been making money, right? That does not mean I've not blown. I've blown two of my personal accounts, but there was a period where I didn't even have money to fund. But right now there is money to fund. There is an account to trade, and I am making withdrawals. But just the idea of wanting to have this big drastic change that comes with consistency, that comes with coming back to the chart over and over and over again. I don't see this progress, right? Let's cook. I don't know why, but if there is one thing that I'm going to say right now is that I have grown a lot, and I don't even give myself credit for the growth that I have had. I remember, I remember there was a period where I could barely have anything to trade with. And in those periods, I was trading, and if I make like 2,000 francs, I'm going to leave the market immediately. But now I leave trading running with $100 in profit, $30 in profit, $50 in profit. It's running until it hit my TP. I have been patient, guy. But what am I even saying? I have been consistent, right? I have been disciplined. But the thing is, I still make mistakes here and there. Why? Because I am human. That is it. I'm not going to sit here. I told myself I will never sit again and say, "Oh, I'm not such a disciplined trader. I need to learn how." I am already a disciplined person. I am already a disciplined trader. It does not mean that it's always going to be like that. There are going to be ups and downs in the journey. This is just my journey for me. And the fact that this is my journey, I am taking it as it comes. In this process, am I learning? Of course. Let's take example this week. I journaled every single trade that I took. Does that mean I didn't make mistakes this week? I did. Well, I journaled everything. I took down notes of everything. I sat today and I studied the chart. Today is the first day. Let me be very honest with you guys. Today is the very first day that I am sitting on this desk recording this video after I had done proper studies. Like, I have done proper studies of anything, everything, because I journal on my tablet. Then on my notebook, I try to see everything that I made, the mistakes that I made, the lessons that I'm learning, and I see how I'm going to progress. And if there is one thing I'm going to tell anybody that is learning how to trade is that it is possible, right? It does not mean that it's going to happen immediately. 9 out of 10, it is going to be something that you're going to sit and you're going to be like, oh, I used to be here, I used to be there. Look at where I am today. Look at where this comes with self-reflection. And I think that I got to this point right now. I'm at this point because I had to take a step back. There is something about social media. The thing is that we get bombarded with so much information. Informations keep coming about trading. If you're a trader, you're going to notice that if you like one video on trading, they're going to keep bombarding you with so many informations when it comes to trading, right? And there is a girl that I'm teaching how to trade right now. And if there is one thing that I don't know if I've ever told her that, but if there's one thing that I would think of telling her is that the one mistake that you're going to make is to bombard yourself with so much information. If you're learning a strategy, focus on that particular strategy. Personally, I have learned two strategies, support and resistance and ICT. That is it. The only thing that I'm doing with ICT right now is that I am adding things, I am reducing things. Like I'm just adding things to tweak so that it fits my person. Let's keep cooking. Now, another thing that I learned is that sometimes, or 9 out of 10, not even sometimes, your strategy is not your problem. The strategy is not the problem. The executor of that strategy is the problem. You can have the same strategy as every other person because every strategy works. The only thing that you have to do is that how am I going to execute this strategy as an individual, right? The fact that another person is having 5 traits on a strategy and you're trading that same strategy does not mean you're going to have 5 traits as well, because I was in this loop of um there is this person that is trading my strategy and they are having trades every day. So me too, I should be having trades every day. But no, it does not work like that. This week personally, I traded 3 days only. That was on Monday. I cannot say Monday I traded, but I traded Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday more. And in fact, let's go to the chart. But the last thing that I'm going to say right now is that it is not important. It's not so necessary to bombard yourself with so much information. It's not so necessary to learn so many things at the same time. Learn, learn, sit with that information, apply that information. That is how you're going to be better. I remember in my last video, I said I was going to record 20 trades. I am on 8 trades already. And let's go to the chart right now. So we talk about how this week went. So this week, I took a total of 5 trades in 3 days. 5 in 3 days. Is that good? No. So that is a mistake that I made this week. So let's talk about it. Out of my 5 trades, I had 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 break even. My 2 winning trades were 1:3, and my 2 losing trade, that means I lost 2 and I made 4, right? And I had a break even, so that is cool. Now let's talk about my personal account. The reason why I want to talk about my personal account in this particular video is that I traded these 5 trades on my personal account. That means I took more trades. This is where I got so confused this week. I am trading my personal account and my prop firm. Now, the trade that I'm taking on my personal account are not the same trade I'm taking on my prop firm. So sometimes I get so confused. I just mix up information. My head gets so saturated. So one thing that I'm fixing this week is that if I am trading Euro USD on my personal account, I am trading Euro USD on my prop firm, so that I know exactly what I am going out to look for and I know exactly what I am going to see. Immediately I do that, okay, it's done. And I was not, I was greedy this week because I had trades that were in profit and those trades turned back and took me out as stop loss. Because I remember that when I was going through the week, I said I was going to for a 1:2, but I saw trades like BTC. BTC gave me a 1:4, but I wanted a 1:6. And BTC reversed and it took me out. I entered again, it reversed and stopped me out. And since I don't know what Trump has done, but BTC has been going down to down to down to down, and there is really nothing we can do about it. So I'm just looking. Now, mistakes that I made is that one, I had a high risk to reward. Number two is that I was trading multiple trades on different accounts, which was not so healthy. And number three is that I need to learn how to mark my trade, like the reason why I'm taking trades, right? Mark it on the chart as well. And also always look at the 4 hours narrative, because I remember there was this trade that I took on Euro USD without looking at the 4 hours narrative. Now, on the things that I'm going to adjust, let's go to the chart. We talk about every trade. And okay, we are going to start with Euro USD. And the reason why we are starting with Euro USD is that was my first winning trade on Euro USD, right? Price came to my point of interest on the 4 hours Price came to my present interest. I went to the 5 minute because I've noticed that it's a 5 minute that gives me my entry confirmation perfectly. I had a liquidity sweep, change in character, fair value gap. I took the trade and it went straight to TP. Now, this trade on Euro USD, however, I did not take it because it was past my trading time, right? It was so past my trading time, and I'd already had one win on this day. So I did not take it, but it went straight to TP. This one, however, I did not take it as well. The reason why I didn't, no, I took it, and I took it on my personal account. I risked like just 2,000 francs, and it took me out, so I was not so bothered about it. Okay, now we are going to look very well, and we are going to look at this particular trade that I did not take as well, and this was on Thursday. On Thursday, I was looking out to sell, to buy, sorry, instead of selling. And let's go to that trade right now. So I saw you exactly what happened. I had valid reasons to buy, but looking at it right now, it was not such a good reason to buy, right? Or I should have bought for a 1:1, and because that is what market gave me, a 1:1, and it took me out. So this is basically it here. So my reason behind this buy was on the 15-minute time frame. I saw a liquidity sweep, a change in character, then there was this fair value gap here. Obviously, price tapped into it, but immediately reversed and took me out. Now, when I look at it critically, I realized that on these 4 hours, there was a fair value gap zone, and market was actually bearish on the 4 hours, right? So when it tapped me in, it gave entry confirmation, and it went straight to stop loss. So that was the first place I had my realistic what the hell is happening moment. Okay, when it comes to your BTC, this was a clean, perfect setup on BTC. I missed this. I came to the chart, the market had gone already, so that was that. Now, BTC gave me a liquidity sweep, change in character, fair value gap. I tapped in. This was the first entry, respected. The second entry, breakout structure, price respected, and this was a good trade. This gave me a this one gave me a 1:2.38, and this one was for a 1:4.89. But I wanted more. I wanted more and I wanted more. So market said, "Hey, stop there," and it took me out, right? Now when I go, let me show you a trade on Euro USD. This trade was the trade that was finally going to take me out of stock, out of break even, no, out of drawdown on what pair is that? Out of drawdown on you on my 25K account, but I broke even on the wrong place. That was on Monday. I remember last week I said I was on this trade right here, and it was a valid reason for me to be on this trade. Now I broke even somewhere here. Let me mark that zone. I broke even here, and price, this is where I was trying to break even. Price came, took me out, and it went straight. It delivered so well. So when this happened, I was like, what? I had good profit here, and it just reversed, and that was it. So this is how my week went. These are all the trades that I took. Now let's go over to the lessons, or how we are planning to move this week. One thing that I'm not going to be doing anymore is babysit challenge phases. It's not necessary. I'm not going to do that. I'm going in full force. I'm going to babysit any challenge phase. So this week I'm going for a 1:2 or a 1:3. This is how I'll be doing it. I'll open two limits. I'm risking 1%, 0.5, 0.5, one trade per day. And I am targeting a 1:2 for TP1. And immediately I hit TP1, I break even at entry. Then I let the next one go to TP3. It's either a stop loss or a TP. We are not break even if we have not gotten our 1:2 yet. Um, this week I was very patient this week, and I'm going to be patient again the next one. And I waited for my setup to show up. I was so patient, and that is why I say I don't give myself credit enough. And I have decided that henceforth I'm going to be giving myself all the credit that I deserve, because actually I am doing a good job. So on this week I am adding now, I want to do something for my journaling, is that I'm going to be having shots of every process that I'm taking. Let's say on the 4 hours, what I see, I'm taking a shot of it. On the 15 minutes, if that's my entry, I'm taking a shot of it. Then I get the after picture to see how everything went. And that is basically it. I am going to say that I had a very good trading week. I made approximately $820 this week on my 25,000 account. I am this close to getting out of drawdown. I could have if I was not I took one loss this week, so yeah. And also, I think that is about it. That is how my week went. So you guys should come in the comment section and tell me exactly how you traded this week. And I'm definitely going to see you in another one. Okay.